Hello, welcome back. Now let's look at how to simplify fractions. The best way is to learn how to work out the highest common factor of numbers, because by doing that you just work out the highest common factor of numerator and denominator, then you divide them by the highest common factor, and that will give you the simplest form. But when the numbers are too big and you don't want to work out the highest common factor, you can then divide both numbers by a common factor until you get to the simplest form. So let's look at the first example. Highest common factor of 12 and 20 is 4. So we divide both 12 and 20 by 4, and we then get 3 over 5. So we say 3 over 5 is the simplest form of 12 over 20. Example 2. HCF of 56 and 70 is 14. So we divide both numbers by 14. We end up with 4 over 5. And therefore 4 over 5 is the simplest form of 56 over 70. The third one, HCF of 34 and 51 is 17. So if you divide 34 and 51 by 17, you end up with 2 over 3. So 2 over 3 is also the simplest form of 34 over 51. Now example 4, 48 over 160. Now you realize that the numbers are too big, so you may decide to do it in bits by dividing by common factors. 8 is common factor of 48 and 160. So you divide both by 8. That is 6 over 20. Then you look at 6 over 20 again and see, is there anything common to them? Yes, there is. HCF of 6 and 20 is 2. So you can divide 6 and 20 by 2. Then you end up with the answer 3 over 20. So we say 3 over 20 is the simplest form of 48 over 16. If you had worked out the highest common factor, you would have gotten 16 as the highest common factor, and therefore you could have divided both numbers by 16, and that will still get you to 3 over 10. Now the final one, we can see that both can be divided by 10. So we start dividing 180 and 720 by 10. So that will give us 18 over 72. Then we look at 18 and 72. We can see that they can both be divided by 18. So we divide 18 and 72 by 18, and that will give us 1 over 4. So if you work out the highest common factor of 180 and 72, 180 will be the highest common factor, and that will also give you 1 over 4. So 1 over 4 is the simplest form of 180 over 720. So just learn how to find highest common factor of numbers, and it will make your life easier when simplifying fractions.